Hello everyone! Apologies for the delay. I was quite hungry and my hands were shaking. Just like the rest of you, I must eat too. But anyway, regardless, welcome to Samiel'S Spectacular Halloween Special. Why am I so small? There I am! Oh no, what's going on there? I apologize. Seems we're having some technical difficulties. That's not right. Why is it so small? Leave it up to me to have some technical difficulties. Why are they different sizes? Let's see. I did not even bother checking my thing before I continued. Let's see. That's what the issue is. Thankfully, that is super easy to fix. With a click, a second click, and a third click. Hold on. And a third click. We can export to the proper size. There we go. And now we replace. And that is the wrong thing as well. God damn it. Anyway, once again, say it with me. One click. 2 clicks, 3 clicks, 4 clicks. And a bing and a boom. Hello, hello, hello. We are done. We are fixed. We are good to go. My mouse does not want to compute. Anyway, Samiel'S Spectacular Halloween Special, which apparently comes with many things. Whoopsie. But here, let me explain the rules of our spectacular special this evening. Well, if you paid attention to the contents of today's stream, you would notice that there is no category selected today, and that the title is Trick or Treat. So, what are we doing? We are flipping a coin. If it is heads, we will receive our mysterious treat. And if it lands on tails, we will face a possibly dastardly trick. Alright then. It's time to flip. Whoop. It seems we have landed on tails. How unfortunate. I wanted the other option, but I suppose who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want the other option? And this means that what we are doing today we are replaying Iron Lung. If you wanted to know what the treat was, you don't get to know. Let's see, where are you? Iron Lung. Oopsie. A game we haven't visited since, I think, July. Did I update my stream info? Well, anyway, it's updated if it wasn't. But anyway, now, decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. Whoa, look at the background. I need to turn off my light. Whoa, I don't remember there being a background last time we played. I believe there was a lore update in between the first time we played and now. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside and the forward window will be closed. There is no time for training. If successful, you earn your freedom. Let me in.
Beginning your descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong.
Oopsie.
Closing porthole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refing and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
There we go. This is not an expedition, it is an execution. When they put you in here, they don't want you to return. And even if you do, even if they keep their promises, what freedom waits for you? A few dying ships and a sea of dead stars? If there is still hope, it lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void is as illusionary as the starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here at the bottom of an ocean, unseen, unheard, and uncontrolled. They will get their execution. I will get my freedom. So now then, tab is for the map. No, I did not mean to do that. I meant to highlight the map because I'd like to turn down my desktop audio just a smidge. Not that much. Excuse me. Alright. It's time to revisit a beloved classic, especially in lieu of the movie trailer 182-116. Yeah, we always start out about there. Now then, we need to get up to about 200. In lieu of the trick that we have received. Oh my, hold on a moment. You need to be placed somewhere specific. Not be cut off or anything like that. About 200, now we can turn. Suppose we can head to about there, about 322. We should be fine. 186. $33. Perfect. Look at that. We got it perfect. Now then, upwards we go. That doesn't make any sense. But I suppose nothing in this silent space makes no sense whatsoever. It is what it is. $378. Angle 50. Ah, what a lovely picture. Alright, onwards. Get that stupid thing. 325, 300 would be a good approximation for what we should head to first. Can we get it perfect? No! Anyway. $325, 300. Now we can head up to about we're about there, so heading at that kind of angle would do us some good. And I suppose that's just about a straight shot to right underneath our goal. How far over do we need to be? About 259. I suppose I could stop at 270. What are you? Can I take a picture of you? The wall. The wall! Alright. Let's head up a little bit. 272, 347. So yeah, I'm about there. I can head mostly up. Our little Halloween special today won't last particularly long because of the general short nature of this game. But you know, sometimes that is just how it is. We'll get a perfect angle one of these days. I swear. Ah! There we go. I did it. Alright. 259. Oops. $296. Just about. What are you? Ooh, these things. Alright. Now then, we can head up and around. Up to about, say, 430, 325. That thing approaching me, because I should not be closer to it. It's just an incredibly close wall, I suppose. Continue until about 360. Or not, that's fine. Wonder why that happens. You're going in an opposite direction and suddenly there's something behind you. Where am I now? About there, I suppose. Down to about 330 on the y-axis. No. $392. I knew I was looking at something incorrectly. Alright, so yeah, we're about there. I just head on over this way. At a bit of an angle because of these close walls. Are we free? We are free! Alright, how far out do we need to go? 560. Quite the long journey, if I do say so myself. Alright, Y277. Whatever. 277. $43. There it is. Forgot to check. Briefing. 2 weeks ago, we conducted an exploration of Moon AT5 for the first time since the quiet rapture, leading to discovery of a fourth blood ocean. A trench beneath the ocean's surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at the specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. Proximity indicators next to sub-controls will trigger if you're getting too close to an obstacle. Good luck. Excuse me. Sneezes. Off we go. once more. $55. There it is. The mysterious whale skeleton. The SM-13. One of the 4 in-service underwater crafts fashioned by the COI for use in conviction realization in the blood oceans. It is designed for deep liquid photography and analysis. Redacted. All rumors of the SM-13 and similar crafts being used for so-called mob justice by way of forced suffocation or otherwise have been proven false. Very interesting. AT5. Moon AT5. Body redacted. This entry has been redacted. See Blood Oceans for more information. I don't think we looked at all of this stuff. Blood Oceans. Entry Blood Oceans. Body. An unexplained phenomenon that has been identified on 4 separate moons since the Quiet Rapture. Moon AT5 and Moon Z8 are the most notable locations as they are under the control of the COI. Enough research has been conducted on the blood itself to determine that it is indeed human blood, but we have not discovered where it comes from or how it keeps its liquid form. The ocean on AT5 is of particular interest because redacted. Z8. Entry Moon Z8. Body. The size of one of the 4 known blood oceans and the site of one of the 4 known blood oceans and one of 2 such moons under the control of the COI. Redacted. Moon Z8 has historically been used for the realization of COI conventions until the discovery of Moon AT5. COI. Entry. The consolidation of iron. Body. The Consolidation of Iron, or COI, is a brotherhood of 3 space stations and 2 spacecrafts, found on the principle of collectivism and ruled by the popular vote of all citizens, numbering 257 at the time of this entry. Its name comes from the iron and steel materials its 2 main stations are constructed from, and the principle of unity and togetherness in the face of menace from other surrounding stations such as Eden. Man, they've added a lot since we last played. Entry Eden. Body. Space Station Eden is the largest man-made structure that still exists in the wake of the Quiet Rapture. It was formerly the main station for Mars, and the populace still maintains a strong sense of Martian patriotism and independence, making them a constant threat to the sanctity and security of the COI. It is a current population of 468 and has the only known remaining trees in its interior garden. The COI considers Eden a threat to all collective well-being after their attack on Filament Station. So many things to look at. Filament Station. Entry. Filament Station. Body. Filament Station was the 4th and largest space station in the COI until 362 EIC, when tensions between the COI and Eden erupted in a 9-day battle on the station. Conflict battle ended unresolved when Eden troops resorted to sabotaging the station's reactor, resulting in a critical breach. Redacted. The breach left Filament Station uninhabitable due to high levels of radiation, and it has sat empty since. Prisoners taken during the conflict have been undergoing conviction realization in the years since, with the final ones expected to repay their debts and integrate into COI society by 382 EIC. Entry: Epoch of Interplanetary Colonization. Epoch of Interplanetary Colonization, or EIC, is an interstellar calendar standardization adopted with the establishment of the first off-Earth colony on Mars in 1992 AD. 0 EIC. It was and is the predominant calendar used throughout the known galaxy, although before the Quiet Rapture, many debated switching over to a more standardized measurement of years. IMC, or Interstellar Martian Calendar, was especially popular owing to a large population residing on Mars. After the Quiet Rapture, all stations and Starship alliances still use EIC, aside from Eden, which uses IMC. Interstellar Martian Calendar. Known commonly as IMC, the Interstellar Martian Calendar is an alternative to the more widely used EIC. It was poised to be officially adopted by Mars before the Quiet Rapture, where EIC is based on the rotation of Earth. IMC is based on the rotation of Mars, meaning that 1 year in IMC is about 1.88 years in EMC, I suppose. Currently on the Eden, the former Martian space station, uses IMC. That would result in quite the discrepancy. Quiet Rapture body. In 357 EIC, without any prior warning, radio contact with our respective planets was suddenly cut. Nobody can recall having visual contact with any planets when the incident occurred, or experiencing any other unusual phenomena, so it's uncertain what exactly might have happened. Upon investigation, it was observed independently by several stations that where there had previously been planets, nothing remained. Further investigation over the following months revealed that all known planets with sentient life, flora, and fauna, a habitable atmosphere, or any sort of natural resources were likewise gone, along with all known stars. The only celestial bodies that have been found since are either uninhabitable moons or asteroids. Many theories have been proposed for this disaster, including religious interpretations of it as a literal rapture, some unknown quantum anomaly, or something more cosmic and sinister. There are no concrete answers yet. Let's see. Is there anything I haven't entered yet? Lesson 13. What oceans? CI. Eden. Mars. That's something we haven't checked. Oh, and Filament Station. Oh, wait, no, we checked Filament Station. Mars. Fourth planet from the Sun and the site first off-Earth colony in 1992 AD, 0 EIC. Mars was the most populated planet in the solar system before the Quiet Rapture, surpassing Earth in 143 EIC. Now all that remains of Mars' former glory is the Eden space station. I believe we've checked all of the entries now. Element station. Conviction realization. Conviction realization. A humane form of criminal justice used by the COI, where crimes are repaid by rendering service to the general collective. Often this is by performing surveys, maintenance, or other similarly beneficial tasks. Redacted. I guess my crime may have been quite high if I'm doing this little thing. Unless the COI is a bit more corrupt than they're willing to let on. Alright then. Wait. Gotta get that thing. over there. Let's try to head for about 750 to 25. I wonder if the quiet rapture was really the other way around. Or it's not that the stars and the planets disappeared, but rather we did. Especially considering the lack of any traces left behind. Oh, I need to head up. I miscalculated. About 250. Where are we now? 250. You head up to, I'd say, about 260. Am I free? Let's see, 780. Yeah, just about. Just a little more. Alright, there's this little bump here. So let's head for about 825, 300. Well, would you look at that? Perfect. About as perfect as you could get. Alright, 864, 258. I do not like that sound. There we go. Alright. That's the angle. 209. $258, right? Ah, it's 264. You go with about 209. There we go. It's such a strange thing. Alright, let's head up. Up to about 300Y. Excuse me. Say about 775. Did I do that math right? No, 825. 775 is way too far. Alright, so we're about there right now. We can head a little bit further. $275Y would be good. There we go. Now we can start heading a little further down. This way. Maybe not quite. Oh, there we go. Ooh. You get so absorbed into the game that you forget what you're doing. But yeah, we're free now. About 738, 263. So yeah, we're about there. We start heading down quite a bit. Woo! Well then. 577, 353. We're here now. How convenient. I know one can consider that quite spooky, but sometimes spooky is useful. You know? Alright. Actually, let's see. I should head up to about, I'd say, 540 by 400. Wait, hold on a minute. Yeah, 547, so it should be about... Oh. I went a little too far over. I didn't mean 540, I meant about 570, 560. And we can just continue up until about 500. Let's see. So we're actually quite close. 623 by 520. Let's see if we can keep this exact. That'd be fun. Come on. Yeah! Alright. To 623. Alright. It's more fun if we could do this. What angle? 63 degrees. Let's try to get that exact as well. Yes! Alright. I wish there was an achievement for getting the angle exact. That'd be fun. That'd be silly. Alright. We go over this way, I guess. An angle of 270. There we go. We can just keep on trucking along until we get smacked again. Should be fine. me. Alright then, 400 or 520, so about there. We should be getting hit soon. Or maybe not. I don't know. There we go. Why? Free. We are free. Alright. 741. Ah! Whew. I knew that was gonna happen eventually. Imagine if there was an actual timer on the oxygen. That would make things a little more tense. Then again, this game isn't about the gameplay, but rather the atmosphere. It sucks you in, and you just lose track of the fact that there are things that could kill you. 41. 325. Yeah, I'm too far over. $18. Picture. There it is. Now then, last time we did this, we did things in a different order. This time we'll do that in the proper order. Oh, hello! Sorry, I didn't see you. I was so focused on the game. It's Iron Lung. My apologies. I just saw your messages now. I was so consumed by the game. It's Iron Lung. Okay, good. Oop. 180 by 576. So, first point we should head to is about 300 by 650. Now I know this isn't the most compelling of gameplay to watch, but it is a very interesting experience. Especially playing. It's very simple, but very effective. That's just about where we need to be, so we can start heading over this way now. I actually had this on my wish list, and I can watch you play it to see if it's worth my money first. There should be a deal right now, and this deal, after the deal is finished, the price will be permanently raised to $8. So many sales right now. Yeah, Halloween is so nice for sales. Alright, actually I forgot to check which eggs. About $2.50. Now I need to be careful. That's when I got oblivion actually. Oh cool. Alright, so we're heading through here. Should try to reach about 200. This game is definitely more of an experience than like a standard game. We should try to start heading down slowly. About 576. We don't need to really worry about the X considering how small this space is anyway. And it may seem a bit confusing figuring out how to keep track of like the nodes and whatnot, but it's actually pretty understandable. $5.76. Definitely a bit of a tight squeeze. Oh. There's another one. Oh. There we go, about 576. Let's try to get to 180. Or no, that's the wrong. Yes, that's the right way. I'd like to get a really good picture of it. This is definitely a game that I would consider a very simplistic eldritch horror. About 180, right? 184. Right, perfect. I have no idea what in the world is going on. LOL. That's understandable. I am in a submarine. The Iron Lung. Apparently being around this thing isn't good for my eyes. Yeah, the whole name of the game is the name of the sub. You're welded inside the Iron Lung, and you're sent on what is essentially a suicide mission in order to take pictures of various nodes of interest within this ocean of blood. Earlier I read out a bunch of entries. Oh, cool. Another underwater game. Oh, there you go. Alright, we could just head back up where we came. Yeah, earlier I read a bunch of different entries. About 660. And oop, we are free. Wait, 277, 635. Yeah, we're about there. I will warn you, there is a jump scare at the end of this game. I have played this game before, but it's fairly short, so like that all makes sense. Let's see. I really need to buy a new mouse. 450 by about 700. That'll be a good node to head for, so we can head for the last thing. I believe we may get a little friendly visit before we head there, though. Yeah, there's actually more content this time compared to last time I played it. Because there was a lore update in celebration of the movie that's being made by Microplayer. Whoop! Ooh! I believe that's like the one time you need to take a picture, but it's not for like an actual node on the map. But like there's just the general like sudden change in the whole atmosphere by this point that really like gets to you as you approach the final node. As the submarine fills with blood and you approach your final destination. Let's see. $575. So we can start heading up for a bit. Up until about 750. Where are we now? 588 by 759. Yeah, we're about there. So we need to angle a little bit more this way now. Suppose we can just continue until something pops up on our map. On our little thing. Alright. 640 by 777. Yeah, we're a bit close to a wall now. We can head over until about 675. and then we can head up. $675 up to $828. We should be able to just head directly up. Oh boy. 828. 675 by 828, and the angle is 295. Alright. Prepare yourself. It's jump scare time. He's dead! Whoopsie. I knocked over my knitting. Thank you, David Zemansky, for making such a interesting little experience. I got mortared. I believe that same fish showed up and was like eyeing me down, but it didn't like that I took a picture of it. The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse. Its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void there must be hope. And that's that! That's Iron Lung! Since you're not familiar with Iron Lung, I'll just like give you a basic like crash course on the general like plot and lore. You are a convict, and you have been assigned to investigate this mysterious blood ocean on this moon. And the reason why this is such an interesting thing is that something happened within the universe that changed the lives of the people that are left forever. The Quiet Rapture, where all habitable planets and all stars had vanished. And the only star shines you see left in the sky are just the remnants of the light traveling through space. All those stars are gone. All habitable planets are gone. And the only people that are left are those on space stations. You think so? I've been working on my general, like, presentation through speech. I guess doing, art critiques in, my classes really helps. I definitely like giving a good presentation on things I enjoy. Like really setting up the atmosphere and all that stuff. Well, thank you very much. But yeah, the Quiet Rapture is a very mysterious event that happened, and no trace was left behind of any of said disappeared planets and stars. All that's left is mostly just moons and asteroids, and there are, according to the entries in the database that I looked at before you showed up, there are 4 moons with these mysterious blood oceans, but this one specifically is one of interest, and one that we were sent in as our task. And if we completed it, we would earn our freedom. However, within the submarine, there's a little bit of paper with a note, presumably written by the player themselves, that states, This is the end. There is no point in trying to earn freedom or returning. So, I remember the last line specifically. They will get their research, I will get my freedom. Or they will get their execution and I will get my freedom. So it is essentially a self-proclaimed suicide mission by the main character, the Iron Lung. And I'm very excited for the movie that Markiplier is making because this is such an interesting concept. Well, thank you. It's very sweet of you. I'm very excited for the movie that Markiplier is making because I wonder what else they'll do with it, because the whole Quiet Rapture business is a big mystery. Me? Oh gee, thanks. I do tend to nerd out about things quite a bit on streams. Like sometimes something will come up and I'll be like, that reminds me of this little trivia fact I know. Essentially what I'm saying is I'm a giant nerd. But I have my own little theories about what the Quiet Rapture was. Of course, judging by the name, there are religious connotations, but that is just simply a proposition made by some people within the game itself. But what I believe happened is somebody had stated that it could be a quantum type of warp or whatever, quantum error or something like that. And I think something similar to that happened. That maybe instead of everything and everyone disappearing, these few space stations were sucked into an alternate reality with these mysterious, eerie moons and these blood oceans. And that kind of thing really leans into the cosmic / eldritch horror that this game really exudes. And I just really like it. It's very simple, but very, very well executed. And I can't wait to see what the movie brings to this interesting little experiment. But anyway, maybe it's a good thing that we got tails on our little coin flip earlier today. Maybe it's a good thing that happened. Because it was nice revisiting this game, because there was more to it than there was last time I played back in July. It was a very enjoyable experience. And now it is time. As always, thank you so much for visiting. Soma. Oh my god, I forgot about Soma. Holy shit. You brought back some memories. I remember playing a little bit of Soma like years ago on my dad's PlayStation. I should play Soma for stream. I never finished it. I know like bits and pieces of it, but like maybe I could plan that for my next Wednesday game. Possibly after Yuppie Psycho. Possibly a couple of weeks after that. I don't know. I'll definitely add that to my list of things to play, because that really was such a good game. But anyway, it's time to end stream. Thank you so much for visiting. I hope you have a good day, and farewell. Good night.